Hi, this is the 13th Wolfman, and welcome to the 30-day horror challenge. We're on day 18. Again, I pulled two films for the question that's asked today. I don't know, I just can't pull one all the time. I wish I could, but just can't. It's really too hard to do. So the question for the day is favorite black and white horror film. Now I know you've seen one of these in mine before. I'm not sure if the other one even qualifies, because someone might call it sci-fi and not horror. In my book, it's horror, so I don't know. But the first one, I'm bringing it up again. I used this movie in the Good, the Bad, Unusuals entry for their giveaways on Tyler's side. Tyler asked, what are your three favorite black and white horror films? Or actually, he asked, what are your three favorite black and white films? And I said, Night of the Living Dead, this movie, and Island in the Sky with John Wayne, which was not a horror film. So, but the movie I'm talking about again is House of the Damned. I love this movie. I don't know if a lot of people have seen this movie, but this is a really cool movie. It's along the lines of Carnival of Souls, which is a really good film. It's not really House on Haunted Hill, but like it's just the eeriness of House on Haunted Hill, or House of Usher, The Fall of the House of Usher. You know, with Vincent Price. This is a really cool film. You got the people that are, you know, they're trying to get a. I can't speak today. They're trying to get away for a romantic getaway, and they wind up at this house. And when they get there, they find out that this house has basically you might as well call it the land of freaks. You know, they're the house of the damned. But you got Richard Kiel, who played Jaws in it. And in a way, I guess you could say it kind of reminds me of the 1932 Todd Browning classic Freaks. But it's very limited onto how it reminds you of that, because in Freaks they actually used, you know, oddities, I guess is what you would call them. They're people, but at the time I think they were just like, you know, sideshow people. In this they use, you know, prosthetics and a look, and it's a really cool film. If you don't get a chance to see it, I feel you're missing something. But that's me. The second movie, and I think it might, like I said, I'm not sure if it's going to qualify. I refer to it. It's from the 1950s, and I refer to these movies as atomic age sci-fi and horror films. So, a lot of people might say, well, this is sci-fi, but let's see what happens when it happens. This is a 1955 classic, my favorite of the 1950s, right? Of this, you know, giant bug, giant animal, call what you want, you know, whether it's the Beast from 20,000 Fathoms, Tarantula, Them, Black Scorpion, Deadly Mantis. I mean, this is my favorite, Tarantula. I love this movie. Leo G. Carroll. You get a cameo by Clint Eastwood at towards the very end. He's one of the pilots in the jet airplanes flying overhead, getting ready to bomb the huge tarantula. I've never had a fear of spiders, so I don't know. I just found it really cool. I remember seeing this film as a kid and just thinking this was so cool. Wow, giant spiders in the desert, you know. This movie inspired, of course, Eight-Legged Freaks. You know, it wasn't a sequel or anything to it, but it inspired it. This is just an all-time fun film to watch. I don't want to say it's cheesy, because it's really not. I mean, they were really trying to make something good for the 50s. I mean, it's cheesy when they have the amount of ability of what they can do, and they kind of go beyond that. But in this case, they just, you had rear projection. That's where they would shoot the giant spider on a sheet behind the person. They were reacting. Now they have blue screen. Or they would get like models and let a real spider crumple all over the models. And, it looked, for 1950s, it looked good, but for 1972, which to me, the ultimate worst film of all time is Night of the Lepus, and that's because they had these rabbits. They used that method. They used rabbits and then train model houses. And they didn't even try to disguise that when the rabbits just hurled on top of these, there was no innards, there were no, I don't know, it looked bad. I remember as a kid going, wow, this is supposed to be scary. This is bad. This is really, really bad. But again, my choices for favorite black and white: Tarantula, Leo G. Carroll, John Agar. What was the girl's name? Mara Corday. And then House of the Damned. This is another really good film. Please. I found this in a bin somewhere, for like $5. I know you guys can find it and check it out and watch it. It's a good film. Please. This is the 13th Wolfman. I am on the prowl.